एवरीवन, मैं हूँ स्वाति और आज मैंने कंपाइल किया है यूपीएससी जनरल स्टडीज़ मेंस के जो 4 पेपर्स होने हैं उनका सिलेबस। देख लेते हैं सिलेबस में क्या क्या है, क्या क्या एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से इम्पॉर्टेंट है और हमें कैसे प्रोसीड करना है। सो फर्स्ट इज़ जनरल स्टडीज़ फर्स्ट पेपर, इंडियन हेरिटेज, कल्चर, हिस्ट्री एंड ज्योग्राफी ऑफ द वर्ल्ड एंड सोसाइटी। ये पेपर से कंप्राइज करा है। इसमें है इंडियन कल्चर, सेलिएंट आस्पेक्ट ऑफ आर्ट फॉर्म्स, लिटरेचर, आर्किटेक्चर फ्रॉम एंशियंट टू मॉडर्न टाइम्स. Then modern Indian history from about the middle of the 18th century until the present, significant events, personalities, issues. The freedom struggle, its various stages and important contributors and contributions from different parts of the country. Then post-independence consolidation and reorganization within the country. History of the world will include events from 18th century such as Industrial Revolution, World Wars, withdrawal of national boundaries, colonization, decolonization, political philosophies like communism, capitalism, socialism, etc., their forms and effect on the society. Salient features of Indian society, diversity of India, roles of women and women organization, population and associated issues, poverty, developmental issues, urbanization, their problems and their remedies. Effect of globalization on Indian society, social empowerment, communalism, regionalism and secularism, salient features of the world physical geography. Distribution of key natural resources across the world including South Asia and the Indian subcontinent. Factors responsible for the location of primary, secondary and tertiary sector industries in various parts of the world including India. Important geophysical phenomena such as earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanic activity, cyclone, etc. Geographical features and their location, changes in critical geographical features including water bodies and ice caps and in flora and fauna and the effect of such changes. General studies second paper include governance, constitution, polity, social justice and international relations. Indian Constitution, historical underpinnings, evolution, features, amendments, significant provisions and basic structure. Functions and responsibility of the Union and the states, issues and challenges pertaining to the federal structure, devolution of powers and finances up to the local levels and challenges therein. Separation of powers between various organs, dispute redressal mechanism and institutions. Comparison of the Indian constitutional scheme with that of the other countries. Parliament and state legislatures, structure, functioning, conduct of the business, powers and privileges, issues arising out of these. Structure, organization, functioning of the executive and the judiciary, ministries, departments of the government, pressure groups and formal informal associations and their role in the polity. Salient features of the Representation of Peoples Act. Appointment to various constitutional posts, powers, functions and responsibilities of the various constitutional bodies, statutory, regulatory and various quasi-judicial bodies, government policies and intervention for the development in various sectors and issues arising out of their design and implementation, developmental process and the development industry, the role of the NGO, SHGs, various groups and associations, donors, charities, institutional and other stakeholders. Welfare scheme for vulnerable sections of the population by the center in the state and the performance of these schemes, mechanism, laws, institutions and bodies constituted for the protection and betterment of these vulnerable sections. Issues relating to development and management of social sector services relating to health, education, human resources. Issues relating to poverty and hunger, important aspect of governance, transparency and accountability, e-governance, application, model, success, limitation and potential, citizen charters, transparency and accountability and institutional and other measures, role of civil services in a democracy, India and its neighborhood relation, bilateral, regional and global groupings and agreements involving India and or affecting the India's interest. Effect of policies and politics of developed and developing countries on India's interest and Indian diaspora, important international institutions, agencies and fora, their structure, mandate. Then general studies third paper, technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security and disaster management, Indian economy and issues relating to planning, mobilization of resources, growth, development and employment, inclusive growth and issues arising from it, government budgeting. Then major crops, cropping pattern in various parts of the country, different types of irrigation and irrigation systems, storage, transport and marketing of agricultural produce and issues and related constraint, e-technology in the aid of farmers, issues related to direct and indirect farm subsidies and minimum support price, public distribution system, objectives, functioning, limitation, revamping issues of buffer stocks and food security, technology mission, economics of animal rearing, food processing and related industries in India, scope and significance, location, upstream, downstream requirements, supply chain management, land reforms in India, effect of liberalization on the economy, changes in industrial policy and their effects on industrial growth, infrastructure, energy, ports, road, airport, railways, etc., investment models. Science and technology, developments in their application and effect in everyday life, achievements of Indians in the science and technology, Indianization of technology and developing new technology, awareness in the fields of the IT, space, computer, robotics, nanotechnology, biotechnology and issues relating to intellectual property rights, conservation, environmental pollution and degradation, environmental impact assessment, disaster management, linkages between development and spread of extremism, role of external state, non-state actors in creating challenges to internal security, challenges to internal security through communication network, role of media, social networking sites and internal security challenges, basics of cybersecurity, money laundering and its prevention, security challenges and their management in border area, linkages of organized crime with terrorism, various security forces and agencies and their mandate. Then General Studies 4th paper, Ethics, Integrity, Aptitude. This paper will include question to test the candidate's attitude and approach to issues relating to integrity, probity in public life, and his problem-solving approach to various issues, conflict faced by him in dealing with the society. Questions may utilize a case study approach to determine these aspects. The following broad areas will be covered. Attitude, content, structure, functions, its influence and relation with the thought and behavior, moral and political attitudes, social influence and persuasion, aptitude, foundational values for civil service, integrity, impartiality and non-partisanship, objectivity, dedication to public service, empathy, tolerance and compassion towards the weaker sections. Emotional intelligence, concept and their utilities and application in administration and governance, contribution of moral thinker, philosophers from India and the world. Public civil service values and ethics in public administration, status and problems, ethical concerns and dilemma in the government and private institutions, laws, rules, regulations and consigns as a source of ethical guidance, accountability and ethical governance, strengthening of ethical and moral values in governance, ethical issues in international relations and funding corporate governance. In governance, concept of public service, philosophical basis of governance and probity, information sharing, transparency in government, right to information, codes of ethics, code of conduct, citizen charters, work culture, quality of service, delivery, utilization of public funds, challenges of corruption, case studies on above issues.